Dear Autocars, about 2 days ago I had purchased a Ford Focus from you guys, and for some reason I ended up with a Mini Cooper. Hi, Circle.
How are you, Jack?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great.
Good.
Say, Jack, do you know where any Krispy Kreme donut stores might be?
I thought you hated donuts.
I don't like the glazed ones.
But they have like 5 billion pounds of sugar, don't they?
Yeah?
This neighborhood is called Renderville, located on the high mountains of Seattle, Washington. A young kid named Resslla, just coming home from school, suddenly notices a 10-foot drone just sitting in the middle of the street. Since nobody was around, he figured he'd try it out for himself. The remote and the drone both seem to be working, but it's not because of the batteries. It's because this remote happens to be self-controlled. The remote automatically flies the drone out of the neighborhood, showing Resslla its abilities. As soon as the remote flies the drone directly back to the neighborhood, it insists that Resslla discovers what it's like flying on top of the drone. The remote then controls the drone flying Resslla throughout the whole neighborhood. And that is the story of Resslla. Hey guys, it's me, author Jabin Rodriguez. I'm here to talk to you about my latest novel, called The Rescue of the Mountain Lion. In the beginning, Christopher Wyatt was just coming home from his first date.
Hey, Carrie. I really enjoyed that goodnight kiss last night. As we were watching the romantic sunset and listening to all the birds sing the songs and we were singing along with them. Bye, Carrie. Love you. Hi, Grandma.
Christopher, where have you been? You were supposed to be here at 9 o'clock p.m. last night.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, Grandma, but I'm 37 years old now, okay? I don't need curfews anymore, you know?
Hey, as long as I'm taking care of you in my house, you go by my rules.
Incorrect. This is my house, and I'm taking care of you.
Fair point, but where were you?
I was on a first date with, Carrie. You know her.
Oh yeah, I heard all that on the phone. You know, y'all were sitting down and hugging and kissing and falling in love and watching the sunset. Blah, 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 I don't care. You were still supposed to be here last night.
For what?
I wanted you to read me a bedtime story, sugar.
Grandma, I can't keep reading you bedtime stories. I mean, isn't there some kind of way we can negotiate on this?
I know. How about you get me a pet?
Grandma, I cannot really afford to buy a pet at the moment.
Uh-huh. And what do you do when you can't afford to buy a pet at the moment?
You rescue one.
There you go, exactly.
Okay, so, what kind of pet do you want? Do you want a dog, or a cat, or a hamster?
I've always wanted a mountain lion.
A mountain lion?
Yeah, you know, the big cat-looking thing.
I know what a mountain lion is, Grandma.
Christopher drove for about a half hour to look for the nearest mountain he could find, and possibly the tallest. Christopher is not afraid to climb mountains. In fact, he's actually pretty good at it. Except there's one problem. He kinda falls asleep after climbing a mountain for like 5 seconds. So, Christopher visited the local airport and he found a plane that he thought was better.
I can use that. Hey, sir, how much is that plane over there? $72 billion? Well, do you mind if I borrow it because I have to go rescue a mountain lion? Do you promise to bring it back? Only if I can. Thank you, sir.
The whole idea here was for Christopher to point the plane towards the mountain so that he can jump out and get back where he was.
And eject. I just blew $72 billion, but I did it.
Christopher reaches out his hand and catches the mountain lion. And they lived happily ever after.
His name is Rubio Carson. Yasma is now calling him the richest and most successful criminal in the history of the world. According to his parents, he was a master at breaking the law. Before I retired in 2008, I arrested one of his cousins, Marco Webb, for attempting to rob a bank vault. Not even a day after that, Carson broke into the highest maximum security prison in the US and helped Marco escape. 2008, that was 9 years ago. This man is a legend at hiding. Really? Yes, he's the best. Yasma's looking for him, the FBI is looking for him, the SWAT is looking for him, and nobody can find him. Anyway though, we did not find Rubio, obviously, but we found Marco. And the director of Yasma wants you to find Rubio. Well, Dad, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad that I got on this plane. Those agents are clueless. I've always made brilliant plans. Marco, are you ready or not? Yeah, Ruby, ready for what? You have no idea either, do you? What? Don't you get it? I was the one who disguised my voice as the director of the Yasma spy agency and told Captain Simon to tell Agent 7 that he has a mission to capture me. Oh. I still don't get it. This is basically a plan to get rid of all of Yasma's agents, starting with Agent 7 and ending with Agent 6. Okay, I just received word from Yasma that Marco Webb is heading to that big Bank of America skyscraper in the city of Atlanta. What you're going to do is lure him into one of the rooms in that building. Yes, and that will give me enough time to interrogate him on Carson's location.